It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and today we're going to do a first look on the new heroes that were just added to the Hero Wars mobile version of the game. You go into your character, select screen, and you go all the way down to the bottom, and you can see Corvus and Morrigan are both added to the game. This is exciting times because we've got new and shiny things. Let's talk about these two new heroes. We have Corvus. Not even death could stop Corvus once and for all. Resurrected by his daughter, he swore to protect the kingdom of Graven and its new Dominion allies from enemies once more. Woe be to those who cross the path of the king of the undead. We have new role, Undead. Talk about that after I talk about the two heroes. We have a tank, strength, frontline hero. Very cool. We know that the IP of the Skeleton King looks a little looks interesting. Looks a lot like other video games, but we won't talk about that. So, Gray ultimate ability, Strike of the Damned. Corvus attacks the enemy front line, dealing 12,000 damage, 30% modifier, physical attack, and temporarily decreasing all defenses, armor, magic defense, and dodge of the enemy front line. Defense decreases, effectiveness and damage dealt are increased by 10% for each undead ally on the team. So again, we have the undead ally mechanic. Very interesting. Very interesting situation there. So if you have a team full of undead, you have plus 40% decrease on defenses. That's pretty insane. That's pretty strong. Minus 40% armor, minus 40% magic defense, minus 40% dodge, plus whatever the base reduction is. That's a lot. That's a lot of reduction for that front line. That's a lot. Green ability, Unity of the Damned. Corvus increases his undead allies' physical and magic attack for 10 seconds. So again, you can see the undead mechanic, and this will increase physical and magic attack similar to an artifact buff, but it looks like this goes off every 10 seconds. What this is modified by, we don't know. It might just be a flat increase by level. This might be modified by his physical attack, which is likely the case. We won't know for sure until we unlock the hero. Cool ability. Physical and magic attack means that you can use this tank in any mage or physical attacking team. Probably going to be using it with a physical attacking team because of who else is undead in the game right now. We'll talk about that again in just a second. Holy cow, this is crazy. As if she needed more help. We have Altar of Souls. Corvus conjures an altar behind his team. That's the totem pillar thing that we saw in the video yesterday. The altar damages enemies whenever they deal damage to allied heroes. So anytime anybody on your team takes damage, the altar will counterattack those enemies. The altar's health decreases when allies take damage. So this is very similar. This line right here is very similar to Astaroth's shield. The shield affects everybody on the team, but as the shield takes damage, the shield will break for all heroes. So it's taken from a pool of health. So nice fun ability there. And then finally, the passive ability, the violet, is Royal Defense. When an ally's health drops below 20%, Corvus moves them to the center of the team. Can be triggered once every 8 seconds. So this is an interesting ability. We don't really know why this ability is here, as none of the other abilities he has really affect positioning too much, but I guess it could move them away from the front line. Like, for example, if you had a weak Kira in the front line, you could push them back a little bit to the middle just to give them a little bit more protection. So let's talk a little bit about Morrigan. Unable to accept her father's death, Morrigan frantically searched for an opportunity to bring him back to life. The angels warned her the price would be extremely high, but she was willing to pay it. Now that Corvus has been resurrected by dark magic, nothing will drive this family apart ever again. So we can see that she is a healer support, also has that undead tag. Her main hero stat is intelligence, and she fights in the middle line. And there's that symbol that we saw in the video a bunch, but let's take a look at her gray ultimate ability. Army of Graven. Morrigan summons 3 undead skeletons to her side to fight in the front row. She can control up to 6 skeletons at any given time. So this is an interesting ability. You have added undead allies here. I wonder if this does stack with Corvus's buffs that he has, or his debuff, I guess, his ultimate debuff. And I wonder if this is increased. I'm sure it is. I wonder if these undead skeletons attack and magic attack are increased by his other ability. I bet you that it is. Then we have the green ability, Bone Armor. Morrigan temporarily boosts undead allies' defense, increasing their armor and magic defense by a good amount, 20% magic attack, and as well as healing them 50% magic attack. So we have a area of effect heal and an area of effect armor and magic defense increase by a good amount. 20% is, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. But now we know what this little shield is for. Interesting. It's going to, depending on how high this gets, we'll see how effective she is against certain other team makeups like the twins or maybe Kark teams, other Kira teams. So far, I've got an idea formulating. A couple of people that have messaged me have sent me a couple fun ideas as well. Then we have Moonlight. Morrigan heals an undead ally if their health drops below 20%. Can be triggered once every 8 seconds. So Moonlight, this is the first, I believe the first heal of this kind. This is what you would call a smart heal. So instead of healing the ally with the lowest health, this will auto heal. This will auto heal an ally that drops below 20%. But like Dorian, you can see that it's only affected against undead allies. So Dorian's healing is based a whole lot on positioning, whereas Morrigan here's healing is going to be based a whole lot on your team makeup. Very, very strong heal though. Well, we don't know how much it's going to heal yet, but we do know that since this is a smart heal and it automatically triggers, it doesn't, just trigger whenever Dorian wants it to. Very strong ability, very strong. And then finally, the violet ability, the passive, Necromancy, increases damage dealt by allied skeletons. So that's the skeletons that she summons as her ultimate. Whenever an enemy dies, Morrigan summons their skeleton, even if they attempt to resurrect. Wow. So I wonder if this will probably get you more of the little baby undead skeletons to fight for you as you kill enemies. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So let's talk about some of the other stuff here. So we have 5 heroes in the game now that are tagged as undead. So we have, of course, Corvus and Morrigan. Right, and we also have Kira, who was shown in the video that popped up yesterday. So Kira has the, stats. Kira has the undead tag now. Also, Phobos of all heroes. So maybe Phobos is going to start seeing some love. Phobos has the undead tag, and also probably the most underrated hero in all of Hero Wars, Faceless, has the undead tag. So what are we going to do with this? Well, we don't know yet. We don't know what the stats are going to be like yet. We really need to see some of these abilities in action. We don't really know exactly how they work together. If we have a team full of undead heroes, is that, a plus 40% damage increase and a 40% defense decrease on the enemy from Corvus? Right? If Morrigan summons a bunch of skeletons, so this is a good question that I have, and I think we kind of know the answer already. But if Morrigan summons 6 skeletons, 6 undead skeletons, go away TikTok. So we have 6 undead skeletons plus, we have 3 or 4, undead allies that are alive. Does this mean that this ability is going to reduce the defenses of the enemy front line by more than 100%? Could we reduce the enemy's armor and magic defense and dodge to 0 with this? Like, this is insane. This is insane. It does not matter. Like, how, just at first glance here, you don't need armor penetration with these heroes, but you have Kira, who has some of the highest damage output in the game already because of her innate armor defenses. You have Faceless, who provides magic penetration, right? And I don't even know what Phobos uses. What even is Phobos' artifact? I have no idea. Let's go look at... I don't even know if... Oh, Phobos it's magic defense. Okay, so it doesn't really stack anything else with that. But I don't know, guys. This seems kind of bonkers to me. This ultimate right here, if you can keep Corvus alive, Corvus... I think we have a new meta. I think Corvus Kira meta is such a dumb word, but I think we have a new really, really top tier team. Corvus plus Kira and Morrigan. Throw in Dorian. Dorian's not tagged as an undead, but maybe he should be, I guess. And he's not an undead, but his positional healing is ridiculous. If all of your low health heroes get dragged to the middle by Corvus's royal defense ability, which I'm still not sure about this, does that mean I mean, the Dorian heals would be insane with this. That's all I'm saying. Just having, I don't even know. Of course, guys, we have the event going live here in about 11 hours from the time of recording of this video, so we'll know a whole lot more between now and then. Keep an eye out for a official live stream, an official live stream going live. Somebody actually just sent me a message on Discord saying in real time, wondering if this necromancy ability will stop Astaroth's resurrection. No, and we won't know that for sure until we can test it. But wouldn't that be cool if this countered Astaroth's revivability? That would make Astaroth lose a whole lot of effectiveness. That would definitely knock Astaroth off from the top 1 to 2 tanks in the game, and you'd really have to rethink. I think obviously everybody's going to be making a Corvus Morrigan team. We're going to go to town with it this evening. We're going to dump a lot of money into it. Unfortunately, a lot of players are going to be doing a lot of Corvus Morrigan setups. I kind of wish that I'd been leveling my Kira all along, but here we are. Here we are, neither here nor there. Whatever. We'll see. I'm curious how to counter these heroes though. And this is where we're going to kind of wrap the video up here. How would we counter these heroes? Like, to me, just as a first thought, I'm going to have to sit and think about it a little bit more as this day goes on. But how do we counter these heroes? I don't even know. I don't even know. Maybe the twins are the big counter. Wouldn't that be hilarious? No, it's probably dumb. Okay, guys. Well, I'll see you all on the live stream later this evening. I will be live streaming, like I said, around 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I hope to see you all there. I love you all, and good luck in Dominion.